Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, live from the Palatial Studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Good Monday morning to everybody. The date is March the 1st, and we are off and running.
Can we all please get back to work?
Yes, we are back to work. We are 2 months in and less than 10 months until Christmas.
I am physically here, so that's something.
Yes, well, I'm glad you're physically here, and I'm physically here as well.
I know that's right.
And good morning to you, Miss Bonnie, and how are you this morning?
We say good morning, Evan, but it smells like I showered in coffee.
That's okay. It's officially 6:08. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 6:08.
6:08 a.m., Bonnie. There's the official time.
It's officially... Do I smell okay this morning?
You smell perfectly fine.
Don't I smell like I took a coffee bath?
Oh, well, you could take a coffee bath, this bath, that bath, and any other type of bath.
Oh, man, you know that it's Monday when you're struggling with your coffee in the morning. I thought I had it sealed tight once again, so I'm walking into the studio and boom, tripped over something and coffee falling all over the morning. And I didn't want to come to work smelling this way and stink up the studio. Anyway, we say good morning to you, Treasure Coast, and welcome to the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Hope that everybody had a fine weekend and hope you're getting, back in the swing of things on this Monday. Yeah, I know it's early, 6:09. Many of you probably getting ready for work already. You've got to be there by 8. Maybe some of you got to be there by 9. The morning's looking fine too as you head out. We couldn't ask for better. It's that time of year where it's so ideal. We have 68 degrees, Port 70 in Stuart. And, Connie morning told me that, she told me, and she told several of her many viewers, of course, I always feel like she's personally talking to me. Highs right around 84 degrees for today.
Oh, okay.
And
not
dry.
Too bad. Not too bad. Had to disappear for a moment. Had to take care of a little technical issue this morning.
And I'm glad that you did
and
so.
We fixed it.
Yeah.
We fixed it. It's all fixed and it's all ready to go.
Something fuzzy came in. Something fuzzy kind of following my coffee odor.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't stink like a coffee pot, though. I will tell you that much.
Oh, my gosh.
So how was your weekend?
Weekend was swell.
Yeah. What'd you do? Tell me about everything you did. I want to hear. I want all the dirt. I just want some gossip this morning.
Nothing too gossipy. We did make it out to the St. Lucie County Fair, though, Evan, on Saturday.
And how was that?
It was a nice fair. And, beautiful day to go out, dry too on Saturday. We had a good weekend weather-wise all around.
Did you play any games?
I didn't.
No? Did Gary play any games? Did he win you a stuffed animal?
No.
No? Oh, shame on him. He should have won you a big stuffed teddy bear.
We just kind of walked around and Jaden, went on a few rides and ate some cotton candy and whatnot.
Yeah. All the great crap food. Yeah, everybody eats crap food when they go to the fair.
Well, you know what? We took home 2 bags and I think I might have had...
Did they make them home or they get eaten in the car?
They were eaten when we got home. I think I had a bowl full of my own cotton candy and the rest was Jaden and Gary. They just devoured it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there were sugar rushes in the house on Saturday night, as you can imagine. Did you have a fine weekend too?
I had a fantastic weekend. I cannot complain at all, Bonnie.
Best weekend you had in a while or something?
Best weekend ever.
Well, it's the start of baseball. So you're probably the start of the baseball tomorrow, right? At Clover Park?
Yep. Speaking of baseball, what a great lead-in. I mean, you just led right into this. Wow. It was perfect. Just perfect timing. The Mets are on the road today. They're opening on the road today down in West Palm Beach. But tomorrow is the home opener against the Houston Astros.
Wow, that's going to be good, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Exciting.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So who's going to have the solid win for sure, Evan?
I'm hoping the Mets. I'm hoping. But, man, I tell you, today we go in for final run-throughs and making sure that everything, all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. Got to go through the final script and the rundown and time out everything for the pregame. And I cannot wait when that music hits.
Yeah.
and I say, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Clover Park for today's spring training action game with the visiting Houston Astros and your homestanding New York Mets.
Are you going to keep it?
Oh my God.
Are you going to keep it that low key like that? Or are you going to kind of get wild about it?
Oh no, we're going to kick it up a notch, as Emerald says. Oh yeah, we're going to kick it up.
You probably should, because people have been like waiting for this event, kind of like missing last season, and people that have been waiting for their baseball and just having the fever to get back out there.
Yep, and the crack of the bat, the smell of the popcorn and the hot dogs and the chicken and the onion rings.
Wow.
And the beer and the this and the that, and there's going to be so much chutzpah at the stadium tomorrow. It's going to be crazy, but of course, they're only going to have about 1,200, 1,300 fans in, socially distancing, very safe, lots of hand sanitizer, lots of marks on the ground, all contactless free purchasing of your food. And it's just, you know what? The park is ready. Clover Park is ready to take fans in a very safe manner.
Yeah. I think Roger Dean just started it too, down at Roger Dean
they played
Stadium.
yesterday. Yes.
Yeah, and it looks like they're the beginning of their season 2 went off fairly well.
Yeah, everything went good down there from what I heard. All good reports, and we're ready. We are beyond ready. We cannot wait to welcome fans back in for Major League Baseball at Clover Park, and it's great. Fans have not been in the park since March 13th of last year.
Can you imagine
That's when they shut it down.
Yeah.
And all of Major League Baseball played the regular season, with no fans in the ballpark. So for the players, the athletes, the coaches, the managers, the owners, it's going to be a welcome sign to have fans in the stands.
That's for sure, because just think of all the revenue they were losing. Just think how many sports teams and franchises.
Oh, there's a lot of money lost.
A
lot of money lost.
There's serious money in it.
But we're also going to have cutouts in the stands too.
I know.
Yeah.
$40 or so.
$40.
You can get your
cutout. You get your cutout. $40. Can't beat that with a stick.
Smiling face. Can you have your hand up waving too?
No, it's just a cutout of yourself.
Oh, a boring cutout?
No, well, not a boring cutout. You're going to smile. You'll wear Mets gear in your cutout.
Have my cutout mooning the crowd or something?
No, you can't do that, Bonnie. They won't allow that on TV, for God's sakes. No. This is not a triple X rated channel.
I'm being silly.
I know that.
Silly.
I'll have to look at your cutout though. If you're mooning, somebody may just hit a home run. Who knows? Anything's possible. But
do you think you will see a home run tomorrow? Will somebody hit that?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a prediction. We're gonna see a home run tomorrow at Clover Park.
I hope so.
Yeah, we're gonna see a home run, and
do they polish up all the bats beforehand?
No, they do not. No, bats are not polished.
But their baseball gloves, do they polish them?
Nope.
I remember we used to
a lot of players. They have all new stuff.
We used to polish our gloves with shoe polish. I think.
Really?
Something like that. I could have sworn.
I've never heard of that before.
Maybe I have that
you're
mistaken.
Thinking of the cleats. You polish your cleats with shoe polish.
Okay.
Not your batting, not your baseball gloves.
Yeah.
That just wouldn't be a good thing.
I think I have that confused or something.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's what I'm here for. Here to help you out.
Any of your family joining you tomorrow at the game?
Nope.
Not
Nobody is allowed to come to the ballpark unless you have a ticket. Gavin, who works there as well as a bat boy, and he works in my sound room. He is not permitted to come to the ballpark unless he is scheduled to work or he has a ticket to go to the game.
I see.
Very strict.
Very strict
protocol.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, you gotta, keep it that way. I mean, for a while. And
in the sound room, everybody is socially distanced away, 6 feet from each of us. And I will not be in the sound room announcing the game. I'm going to be at another location in the ballpark because our normal team is 5 people in the sound room, and we cannot socially distance 5 people. So we've reduced it down to 3 people. Myself and the scoreboard operator will be down in the press box area.
Yeah, that's so weird. It reminds me back when we restarted massage last June, when we came back from, everybody got quarantined, and our business too got shut down for a whole month and a half. When we came back to, we could only have but maybe up to 5 therapists at a time working in the building.
Yep, it's a whole different ball game. No pun intended there, but you know what though? It's a good ball game because I'll take 1,200 fans over no fans any day of the week.
Oh, yes.
Just give me my baseball back.
And it's going to be a good feeling, when they come out tomorrow with the weather the way it is for sure.
Oh, the weather's going to be gorgeous, man. When I play that song that they run out on the field to, and then I get to say, and now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2021 New York Mets.
Yeah.
But with much more enthusiasm. Boy, is that going to feel good.
There's a really good feeling in the air.
Oh, yeah.
So do you think the powers that be will tell you to tone it down a bit? You're going to be so excited tomorrow, Evan.
I don't know.
Imagine you
I really don't know.
With that
honestly.
voice booming into the microphone and the modulation going way in the red.
Oh, the meter's just clicking all the way over.
Yeah, just
the amps are all peeking out. The woofers are crying, like, turn it down, please, turn it down.
People be wishing they had earplugs, not face masks. No, I'm only kidding.
You know what? It's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a good feeling. I can't wait. I know that I can tell you this, that when I go to bed tonight, I'm probably not going to get much sleep.
Hey, tomorrow when you come back, can you get your hands on one of those fancy New York Mets masks?
Oh, I have a whole bunch of them out in my car already that I'm wearing.
Wear
They
one
give
in
us
here to show
they give us
maybe
Mets masks. No, I don't want to reveal. I don't want to reveal it yet.
A little bit later, though.
Maybe later on in the week.
Show the Facebook listeners.
I've got about 5 or 6
viewers.
different New York Mets face coverings that I'll be wearing throughout the season.
Yes.
But I will be one of only just a few people that will not be wearing a face covering when I'm working, only because I have to talk on the microphone and I don't want it to sound like this when I'm on the microphone. So that's why.
Yeah. We wore those comfortable, airy masks to the fair. I went to buy those face coverings that have the white and then they have the blue. And I think you're supposed to wear the blue facing out, but they're nice and airy.
Right.
When we went to the fair on Saturday, I knew it was going to be kind of on the hot side out there. So I wanted to be able to breathe. And it was, smart to buy those kind of masks.
And did they have those masks that enabled you to breathe properly?
Yeah. I mean, I purchased them at the store before we went to the fair. I made sure I made a purchase.
Okay. Were a lot of people wearing masks at the fair?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's nice.
A lot of people around wearing them.
I like that. That means that everybody is practicing safety, social distancing, etc., so on and so forth. 6:20 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. One person died in a small plane crash on Sunday in Martin County. WPTV's Josh Navarro has more.
This is how far we can get to that crash that happened inside this gated community called Ranch Colony in Jupiter. That's where Tailwinds Airport is located. And now the National Transportation Board, along with the FAA, are investigating. FAA officials say a single-engine Luscombe 8A crashed near Shandell Road around 12:30 p.m. today. We're told 2 people were on board and the condition of the other person is not known at this hour. The FAA says the small plane crashed under unknown circumstances and it ended up in a brush area at the end of the runway. Now, initially, the Palm Beach County Fire and Rescue responded to the scene before the Martin County Sheriff's Office took over to confirm the fatality. Authorities have not released the names of the 2 individuals involved in this incident. Of course, once we learn more information, we'll let you know. For now, we're live in Jupiter. I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5.
A motorcyclist died as a result of a crash Saturday on Indian River Drive in St. Lucie County. At 4:11 p.m., 2 motorcycles, each with a driver and a passenger, were traveling southbound on Indian River Drive north of Midway Road. A pickup truck pulling a trailer was headed northbound on Indian River Drive when a trailer detached from the truck and traveled into the path of the motorcycles and collided with them. The driver of one of the motorcycles, a 60-year-old Port St. Lucie man, was transported to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center where he succumbed to his injuries. The case is still pending investigation. In a nearly party line vote, House Democrats early Saturday morning approved President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion pandemic stimulus package, which will now move to the Senate. of the vote was 219 to 212, with 2 Democrats joining Republicans in opposition of the bill. Biden said in an address Saturday morning that he called Speaker Nancy Pelosi for getting the bill passed through the House. Although the House voted to approve the measure, the package will likely return to the House, assuming it is passed by the Senate. That is because late Thursday, the Senate parliamentarian ruled that a minimum wage hike could not be included in the bill if the Senate uses budget reconciliation to pass the bill. Well, he didn't fully commit, but Donald Trump hinted he might run for the White House again during a speech at CPAC. Rory O'Neill reports from Orlando.
Return to the stage after a 40-day absence. He sounded like he'll run again, and he's not over his November loss.
We have a very sick and corrupt electoral process that must be fixed immediately. This election was rigged.
And disappointed with the Supreme Court.
They didn't have the guts or the courage to make the right decision.
And talking more about the current political climate.
We reject cancel culture.
Trump urging the CPAC crowd to donate to his Political Action Committee. Rory O'Neill, Orlando.
Lastly, Avenue D in Fort Pierce has been in decline in recent years, but big changes are coming to Lincoln Park. The city hosted a groundbreaking Saturday for The Root. The Root, which stands for Recognizing Ourselves and Others Together, will bring revitalization to the community and serve as a gathering place. This is all part of a $500,000 investment backed by Allegheny Franciscan Ministries called the Common Good Initiative. The route will span 2 city parcels and will be situated next to the Lincoln Theater on Avenue D. It will bring lots of entertainment to the space. In spring training, our Grapefruit League action. Some scores from yesterday. We had the Miami Marlins knocking out the Houston Astros by a score of 6-1. Toronto beating the New York Yankees 6-4 yesterday, and the Nationals were in a tie with the Cardinals. That was 4-all. Tampa Bay Rays 9-7 over Atlanta Braves. Our news time 6:24. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$6:25 right now, the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, out on Port St. Lucie Boulevard this morning, starting eastbound at Floresta, 2 left lanes are blocked, so you only have the right lane open, and that is happening between Floresta and ending at Westmoreland. Other areas, we're not finding any accidents or tie-ups to report, and this includes Martin County. Our highways here looking fine this early morning. There's your latest look at traffic. 70 degrees right now in Stuart, and in Rostock, Germany, 39. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Good morning, Treasure Coast. We have hot and humid weather. It's going to feel like summer out there today, tomorrow, and into Wednesday before a pretty strong cold front rolls in. Temperatures soaring up into the mid and high 80s near record highs for this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, low rain chances through Tuesday. A few showers on the way for Wednesday. I'm WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weagle on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
The weather'd gotten pretty crazy. He had to take a quick trip down to Cancun with his ladies. He left his faucets to drip. He thought no one would notice, wouldn't care what he did. While Texas was freezing from a bad power grid. If you like beef enchiladas and hiding out on a plane, if you're not into helping, then he feels the same. He looks like Grandpa on the Munsters if he didn't shave his face. Thanks for leaving the country. Next time I hope he stays.
And of course, they are referring to Ted Cruz when he left the country and did what he had to do and came back, and a lot of bad publicity, a lot of bad press in regards to that, Bonnie.
Yeah, yeah, and they didn't. The Holster family, it is.
Yeah,
Holster family. They didn't really do a bad parody with Rupert Holmes' escape there.
No, not at all, not at all. Let's do some viral videos. So there of a Starbucks barista that conquers a bizarre order. It's kind of a prank, though, because somebody tried to troll a Starbucks barista by putting in a weird, almost impossible order, and then said their name was A. Yes, just A, the letter A.
And the poor kid behind the counter, right?
Yeah, I mean, the barista met the challenge. He called out the bizarre order just as it was written, and even shouted the very long prank name at the top of his lungs. Let's listen.
I have a fancy cup of water, 11 degrees, extra ice, extra water, no foam, with room, flat lid, and upside down for...
There it is, right there.
Way to put an ending into that order.
He did it. I got to hear it again. It was just so good.
Fancy cup of water, 11 degrees, extra ice, extra water, no foam, with room, upside down for...
Good gosh.
I mean, he's just a great sport.
11 degrees, the lid upside down,
Yep.
no foam, flat foam. What was he saying?
I don't know. But he was just a great sport. He called it out just like it was given to him.
Yeah, he must have served great cups of coffee before. He probably has a lot of experience under his belt.
There's another video that's out there. This one's really cool. It's a Lowe's employee who works at Lowe's, kind of like Home Depot. The Lowe's employee inhaled a helium balloon, inhaled the helium, and then used her little pipsqueak voice to call customer service on the intercom. This is hilarious. Listen. Sucking in the helium. Here we go.
Can I get Patrick to customer service, please? Patrick to customer service. Thank you.
That's great.
Wow.
But who would know? Somebody would just say, oh, that girl, somebody out there is chuckling and saying, boy, that girl should be in a cartoon.
I thought about doing that one time, going into like Walmart or something and finding the one of the phones. They've got phones all over the place, and I actually happen to know how to get into the PA system, and just sucking down some helium and then getting on there and just saying, attention Walmart shoppers, we have a blue light special on aisle number 7. That would be hilarious.
I almost got on Lowe's PA system. I think it was just last year, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
We went out to look for some decorative shutters for the house.
Right.
And we weren't getting any service because, half of the employees from Lowe's were quarantined and at home. They only have half of their employees there. So it was hard getting service, and we're waiting there. And I almost wanted to go on that phone and, try to figure out their punch in. I don't know, what do you dial, 18 or something?
I'm not going to reveal what it is because I don't want everybody and their mother going to Lowe's.
That's why I said,
and punching in the code.
That's why I said I don't know. But but I was going to say, hey, attention all shoppers. Can we get some service over here?
Yeah. You know, I do that actually frequently when I'm in another store and I can't find an associate. I'll call the store from my cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say, can I get some customer service over here on aisle so-and-so? I'm a customer in your store and there's nobody to be found.
There you
And
go.
lo and behold, I'll hear them page overhead right away.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally.
It's
overhead.
It's hard to get, it's hard to get a person now.
Yeah, it really is.
I called. Oh, I've been looking for above ground pools.
Mhm.
So I finally got a hold of someone in customer service at the Gatlin Boulevard Walmart one day.
Mhm.
And she told me that the above ground pools won't be here till summer.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, you got to wait till summertime.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the time when I don't want to start setting up my background pool because
it's a seasonal
I'm
thing.
doing it in that summer heat. I want to do it now while it's cool.
Yeah, because then you want to jump in the pool in the summer heat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Heck, I would jump in it now. I don't
Okay,
care.
Okay. Why not? Sure. Just go. Just do your thing. I've got some bizarre true facts that actually sound fake. Now, I've done some investigating into all these, Bonnie, and these are bizarre true facts that actually, when you hear them, you think they're fake, but they're really true.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, for instance,
Okay.
adding salt to pineapple makes it taste sweeter. This works because it suppresses the bitterness in the pineapple.
You don't say.
Yeah. I'm dead serious.
Salt will make your
Salt will make your pineapple taste sweeter.
So I wonder if the salt will also make a sweet tomato taste sweeter.
Yeah.
I wonder.
No, only on pineapple.
On pineapple.
Only on pineapple. All right, here's another bizarre true fact that sounds totally faked. You are 10 times more likely to get bit by a New Yorker than a shark. This is a true fact.
Oh, gee.
These are true facts. And you're also more likely to get bit by a New Yorker than you are a rat in New York as
Oh.
well. Okay? These are true facts. These are true facts.
Good
These have been
gosh.
researched and these are true.
They got biters on the subway
Yeah.
or something.
Fir trees can grow in human lungs. A 28-year-old patient reportedly inhaled the seed of a fir tree, which had sprouted and grown in his lung. Doctors thought they were dealing with a tumor and were stunned when they made the discovery.
Excuse me. Now
Yeah.
that sounds ridiculous.
Well, it's true.
That sounds like right up there with when we were kids, we would
Mhm.
say, if you eat a watermelon seed, you're going to get pregnant.
Well, it's
that
true.
sounds right up there with that.
Hold on, it gets better. Your heartbeat will sync to the rhythm of the music that you're listening to. A study has showed that crescendos led to a temporary increase in blood pressure and heart rate, which went back down during the decrescendo.
Huh.
So your heartbeat will sync to music.
You know, I could see where that might be plausible.
Okay. Here's another one. The air that you breathe in a train station is 15% human skin. If you think leaving a train station will save you from inhaling skin, just know that about 80% of the floating specks you see in a sunbeam are also skin as well.
Oh, that's disgusting. And I always thought those sunbeams were so pretty.
No.
Now I'm going to be looking at them on a different light.
Here's more interesting
Way
facts.
to ruin that for me, Evan.
Sorry. Peaches and nectarines are the same fruit. A recessive gene can prevent them from being fuzzy, and that's what makes the difference. So peaches and nectarines are the same fruit.
A peach and a nectarine.
Yes.
Okay, they're similar. They're close.
Yes.
They kind of do taste similar
Right.
now that I think about it.
Here's something interesting. Mosquitoes can smell which blood type you are. They're twice as likely to bite somebody who is type O as opposed to type A. Okay.
Mhm.
Another interesting fact. If you play music to a cheese wheel, the tunes will affect its flavor. Cheese wheels have the strongest flavor when they've listened to hip hop. Okay. The white lines that divide the road highways are about 10 feet long. Also, the space between each line is 30 feet.
Yeah, a lot of people think those like white lines when you're coming across
Mhm.
them are only like maybe 2 or 3 feet,
Mhm.
but they're actually more in the line of 10. They're much bigger than what they seem
Right.
when you're moving that at fast speed.
Did you know that the average cloud weighs over 1 million pounds. By measuring the water inside the cloud in addition to the size of it, researchers can calculate the weight.
That's cool.
That's
Like,
a very interesting.
I wonder if like a cumulus cloud
Okay.
weighs more than a stratus.
Okay.
You know, the thin and wispy
Here's something.
cloud.
Giraffes and humans have the same number of neck bones. Actually, all mammals do.
Oh.
Okay. And if you unwind a roll of scotch tape fast enough, it can generate enough X-rays to image a human finger. You'll need to unwind the tape with a vacuum at 3 centimeters per second to generate that kind of power.
Wow. You can
Okay.
do that with tape.
Yeah. Now,
Huh.
this last one is astounding. This one shocks me. Okay. Over 50% of pilots have admitted to falling asleep mid-flight, and of these pilots, 29% said that when they woke up, the co-pilot was sleeping next to them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you got 2 people at the head of the plane sleeping at the same time?
Yes. Yes.
How does that make you feel the next time you're going to fly?
I might have to drive to where I'm going.
Whoa.
Yeah, that kind of makes you feel a little
Yeah.
a little freaky.
Evan, you had that little statistic. You had that statistic on mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Did you see that viral video where the guy and the woman are driving and they saw what they thought was a huge tornado
Yes.
cyclone wave?
I saw that.
But it was actually a big swoon of mosquitoes.
I saw that.
Millions and trillions of mosquitoes swarming around, and it looked like it was some sort of a tornado funnel.
I definitely saw that. That was amazing when I
crazy.
saw that thing. Did you know that 20% of couples who sleep in separate bedrooms say they do it because one wakes up way too early?
Yeah.
Way too early?
Yeah. Sometimes Gary and I like work the same shift on
Mhm.
Thursday, so we both take our afternoon nap
Mhm.
right around the same. It's to work a half hour early, so he's waking up
Mhm.
before me during the nap. So sometime I will sleep separate
Mhm.
because of that.
Did you know that when asked the question, quote, if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Do you know what most people said?
Let's see, pizza. I'm
You got
sure.
it. You nailed it
Yeah.
right on the head. Most people said pizza.
Yeah.
And I would have to agree with that.
Well, you get your carbohydrates, but you get your cheese, which is nice.
Mhm.
Having cheese every day, but you could add veggies to that
Mhm.
too and still get like your onions and maybe
Mhm.
green peppers and tomatoes on there.
Mhm. Did you know that 15% of employees say that working for a younger boss makes them feel very uncomfortable at work?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Would you have a problem with that?
No.
Working for
No,
somebody young?
not at all. Not at all.
Me neither.
Not at all. My supervisor at the stadium is younger than me. I am not uncomfortable at all whatsoever. I just slap him around a little bit if I have a problem.
Do you really? Does he take it?
No, sure he does, just like a man. No, I'm kidding. No, I
We've
don't
had-
do that.
We've had younger ladies too in our office,
Mhm.
that were managers,
Mhm.
managed material, who been where they have a little more power than you, but
Mhm.
but that does not bother me at all.
Right. Did you know that 41% of guys say that they are absolutely petrified of going bald?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're petrified.
Yeah, I can imagine. I know I have brothers, I have cousins who, not of them, but some have gone through it. I've seen it,
Now,
with men in the family.
This next stat I'm about to tell you is just completely distasteful, classless, as low as it gets.
Really?
6% of people have broken up with somebody over a Facebook post.
Oh,
Over a Facebook
wow,
post.
yeah.
Yeah.
Only 6%.
Only. That's 6% too many.
You would think, but you think it would even be greater. I mean, this Facebook sometimes it causes fights,
Mhm.
and tarnished relationships.
Exactly.
People fighting over politics and whatnot.
Exactly. Good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who do we have the utmost pleasure of speaking with?
Well,
Oh, it's Big Kitty.
Wow.
Wow, Big Kitty is calling. Big Kitty, you're up early this morning.
well,
What are you doing up so early?
well,
Oh,
well.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. All
Are
right,
you out
very good.
chasing some squirrels?
By the way, I just want to let you know, Bonnie,
Yeah.
I bought a dictionary over the weekend,
Yes.
and it's cat talk for dummies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I can understand Big Kitty now when she talks.
Yeah.
So I understand every little meow. Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. It was that good? You went to the movies. Okay. And what movie did you see? Oh, real Dr. Seuss? Oh, okay. It was Cat in the Hat. Okay. Oh, okay. And did you go with somebody? Oh, okay. All right. And who was that person you went with? Oh, okay. It was a hot date, huh?
Did you watch the Golden Globes last night, Big Kitty?
Yeah, did you watch the Golden Globes? Oh no.
Oh, heck no.
He said heck no.
He was probably with Fredo, and Fredo would probably not be watching the Golden
Was
Globes.
Fredo hitting the sauce last night? Oh, yeah, that's a definite yes. Oh, okay. Very
Wow.
good. Have you hit the sauce lately, Big Kitty? Yes. Okay. And what kind of sauce have you been drinking? Oh, you go for the good stuff. Okay. Tequila. Okay. Okay. Big Kitty likes tequila. Okay.
Do you like vodka too, Big Kitty?
Yeah, do you like vodka? No.
No.
Big Kitty just likes tequila. Now, do you like a tequila sunrise, Big Kitty? Yes. Okay. Very good.
Wow.
And how many of those do you drink a day? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow. 6.
Do you have your litter box close by when you're having so many?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least the cat doesn't pee on the carpet,
Yeah.
unlike somebody else's cat that we know about. See, Big Kitty thinks that's funny also.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad I bought that encyclopedia for dummies for
Yeah.
cat language over the weekend.
It's become quite helpful.
I'm going to
for
have
you.
to loan that to you, Bonnie, so you can understand. Oh, wait, cat's got a fur ball.
Yeah.
Cat's got a fur ball in its throat. Okay, you okay there, Big Kitty? Okay, just want to make sure. All right, we got to get going. We got to do news. We thank you for calling. At least we can understand you a little more now when you call into the program. So you're more than welcome to call us anytime that you like. All right, say goodnight, Big Kitty. All right, Big Kitty says goodnight. There we go. It is 6:40. Why was I just talking to a cat? Oh God, I can't believe I just had a conversation, a full-blown on conversation with a stupid cat.
The insanity of it all.
All right, 6:46 news time brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Go visit our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town. Here is Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. He didn't fully commit, but Donald Trump hinted he might run for the White House again during a CPAC. Rory O'Neill reports from Orlando.
Former President Trump returned to the stage after a 40-day absence.
CPAC, do you miss me yet?
He sounded like he'll run again, and he's not over his November loss.
We have a very sick and corrupt electoral process that must be fixed immediately. This election was rigged.
And disappointed with the Supreme Court.
They didn't have the guts or the courage to make the right decision.
And talking more about the current political climate.
We reject cancel culture.
Trump urging the CPAC crowd to donate to his Political Action Committee. Rory O'Neill, Orlando.
Marriott Hutchinson Island Resort Golf and Marina will be sold and closed by April 8th, leaving 169 resort employees jobless, according to its owner. Neither the buyer, the sale price, nor the future use of the 200-acre oceanfront property was released. The resort's value is assessed by Martin County as about $18 million. Columbia Sussex Management, now known as Crestview Management, has owned the resort property 555 Northeast Ocean Boulevard since 2003. Notice of the sale and layoffs was emailed February 8th to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity by Mary Booth, Columbia Sussex Management Corporate Director of Human Resources. By federal law, companies must give advance notice of mass layoffs. For the second time in less than a week, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is being accused of sexual harassment by a former aide. On Saturday, the New York Times released an account from Charlotte Bennett, who claimed the governor asked questions about her sex life, whether she was monogamous in her relationships, and if she ever had sex with older men. Bennett, age 25, left the governor's office last November and said the harassment came last spring during the height of the coronavirus pandemic. The governor's counsel, Beth Garvey, confirmed on Sunday in a statement that the governor's office has requested an outside inquiry. The governor's office wants a review of the sexual harassment claims made against the governor to be done in a matter beyond reproach. And lastly, Avenue D in Fort Pierce has been in decline in recent years, but big changes are coming to Lincoln Park. The city hosted a groundbreaking ceremony on Saturday for the Root. Root, which stands for Recognizing Ourselves and Others Together, will bring revitalization to the community and serve as a gathering place. This is all part of a $500,000 investment backed by Allegheny Ministries called the Common Good Initiative. The Root will span 2 city parcels and will be situated next to the Lincoln Theater on Avenue D. It will bring lots of entertainment to the space. Tiger Woods, in a tweet on Sunday night, said it was touching to see so many players wearing his trademark Sunday red for the final round of the WGC Workday Championship, just days after a serious car accident left him hospitalized and needing emergency surgery. It is hard to explain how touching today was when I turned on the TV and saw all the red shirts, Woods wrote in the tweet. To every golfer and every fan, you are truly helping me get through this tough time. Woods suffered several injuries in the single car crash. She underwent a lengthy surgery and remains hospitalized in Southern California. News time is 6:50, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$6:51 right now, the time on the Get Up and Go show. It's traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Not finding any accidents, but you might see a traffic slowdown on Port St. Lucie Boulevard this morning, heading eastbound. Starting at Floresta, 2 left lanes are blocked. Only your right lane is open, and that will end at Westmoreland Drive. And there's your latest look at traffic. 68 in Port St. Lucie, and in Whistler, Canada, 34 and cloudy. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Good morning, Treasure Coast. We have hot and humid weather. It's going to feel like summer out there today, tomorrow, and into Wednesday before a pretty strong cold front rolls in. Temperatures soaring up into the mid and high 80s near record highs for this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, low rain chances through Tuesday. A few showers on the way for Wednesday. I'm WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weagle on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the biggest little planet, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 6:57. I got to say good morning to a very dear friend of mine, Petra Sawicki. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, she'll probably chastise me. But I want to say good morning to Petra, otherwise known as Petey. She's a longtime friend of mine from way back in the skating rink days, Bonnie. She was known as a rink rat, otherwise known as a freebie. We used to have these people that we used to let come in for free, and they would help clean up at the end of the session.
Okay.
So that in their keep, instead of paying to come in and skating, they would help clean up at the end of the night.
That's really nice when you get a chance to do that.
Mhm.
By the way, hi, Petra. It reminds me of a time when I grew up by a ski hill, Evan. So we would downhill ski, of course, on the weekends. And the management was so good to us local kids that we were able to go, like, say, on a Saturday morning and wash their dishes.
Oh, wow.
And clean up in the kitchen for a couple hours. And then they would allow us to get the ski rental and ski for free all day.
Okay. Yeah, I used to be in the roller skating rink business eons ago, back in the late 80s. I think it was, let me think, 89, Darren. When was Darren born? Darren was born in 80. Anyway, yeah, it was like 85, 86, I want to say. I used to manage a skating rink called Atlanta Skateway in Green Acres. And we used to have a great time there. It was a lot of fun from back in the day.
Just think you grew up skating and I grew up skiing.
Right?
Yeah.
Skating and skiing. It's all one big happy family. Anyway, speaking of happy family, myself and Bonnie, we're just one big happy radio family. Thanking you for inviting us into your homes each and every weekday morning from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. We're going to take a short pause for the cause. The news is coming up next, and we'll be back with hour number 2 of the Get Up and Go show right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We'll be back right after this.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It is March 1st, 2021, and you are listening to the critically acclaimed, award-winning Get Up and Go show. Oh, I'm glad you're excited about that. That's for sure.
Well, yeehaw!
Yeah, that's right. People are excited.
Concentrate.
Okay, we will always concentrate for you right here on the Get Up and Go show. Bonnie, good morning to you. How are you, young lady?
I'm fine and dandy like cotton candy.
That's right. Time now is 7:07. Mr. Clock, would you validate that, please?
It's now 7:07 a.m.
There we go. We have been officially validated, Bonnie.
And hopefully we're officially waking you up with that one, too.
That's right, folks. And if you ever want to talk to us, we have open phones 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but we'll say 3 by 24 because we're only here 3 hours a day. 220-9788, 220-WSTU. That's the way to reach us, right?
That's right. And you're right, sir. We are here 3 hours every morning to capture your heart.
That's right. Time for birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day. Oh, boy, Bonnie, I got a big one for today. But before we get to the big birthday, what do you have for me over there?
I don't have any birthday wishes for anyone.
Nothing?
Really.
All right.
On this March 1st today.
I want to wish my friend Petra a happy birthday. Even though she's listening and watching, I have no idea when the hell her birthday is. So I'm just going to wish her a happy birthday.
And either
I
way,
have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
And it's going to be early because no matter what, it's an early birthday, even if it's not 364 days away.
I want
to
wish Gary a happy
birthday.
birthday. All right. Tell Gary I said happy birthday.
Well, his is in Rocktober, so.
Rocktober?
Yeah.
He's a rock and roller.
He was wearing one of those rock and roll shirts when we went to the fair, Evan.
What do you have, like a Motley Crue or Stone Temple Pilots or something like that?
No, the guy selling magic bubbles, this magic bubble sprayer kept calling.
Please tell me you didn't buy one of those.
Kept calling him ACDC. He said,
geez.
Hey, ACDC, come get some sanitizing bubbles.
You could take that a few different ways when somebody calls you ACDC, but we won't. That's for a whole nother show on another station.
Well, you can imagine.
We won't talk about that.
He had his ACDC rock and roll shirt on, of course.
Anyway, Justin Bieber, the Biebs, is 27 years old today. Hard to believe that he's 27, Bob.
He's only 27.
He's getting up there in age. He's 27.
I mean, the Bieb now, of course, it seems like I've known him for a while, man. Like he's been around for some awesome long time.
What's crazy is Ellen DeGeneres is the one who actually found him.
Isn't that crazy?
And he appeared on her show and he just became an instant star.
Now, did she copy his hairstyle or did he copy her hairstyle?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm not really sure.
But everybody had the Justin Bieber haircut for the longest time.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Everybody went through that phase. Did you ever go through that?
Nope.
No?
I can't say that I did.
I didn't because I got no hair. So I don't have to worry about that.
I was too scared to cut my hair really, really short. But maybe I should try it sometime and follow the Bieb.
Why not? What the heck? What do you got to lose, right? Kesha is 34 years old today. Jensen Ackles, that's Dean Winter Natural, is 43. Mark Paul Gosselaar is 47. That's Rainbow's dad on Mixish. Zach on Saved by the Bell. Detective Clark on NYPD Blue, and Peter Bash on Franklin and Bash.
Detective Clark on NYPD Blue. What's that guy's name, Evan?
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
I have to look him up now and see. I don't know if I recall him from NYPD Blue ever.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Huh. And I don't remember him on that show.
Right.
It's odd.
I don't remember him either.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
I mean, I used to get Blue back in the day.
Yep.
That's why I'm saying maybe these episodes came on later in later seasons when I wasn't watching or some sort of
Possibly.
thing. That's weird.
Jack Davenport, 48 years old today. That's Commander Norrington in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Javier Bardem is 52. That's Captain Salazar in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, he's married to, I believe he's married to the lovely Penelope Cruz.
Yep,
And they make a love.
for sure. Javier Bardem is 52. That's Captain Salazar. Oh, I said that, didn't I?
Yes, you
I'm
did.
sorry.
Nothing like a repeat. That's okay.
Jeez.
It's mighty fine.
Zack Snyder is 55. Justice League director. Justice League director. Booker T, WWE Hall of Famer, is 56. Ron Howard. There's a lot there, right there with that guy.
Oh man.
Ron Howard, 67. That's Opie on the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
Richie Cunningham on Happy Days, and the director of Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yeah, and Ron Howard, the director of so many wonderful movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's just, man, he started out as, little Opie and became this really huge Hollywood director.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty remarkable.
He's very well respected in the movie industry, Ron Howard.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt that he is.
Did you watch Happy Days when he was on Happy Days?
Yeah, I did. I just loved him as Richie Cunningham.
Oh man, he was so good. He was fantastic on Happy Days.
He was.
As Richie Cunningham.
I mean, there was nobody that looked as all-American pie as he did. He had that red hair going, those blue eyes, and
Right.
you just wanted to pinch his little red cheeks.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know if I would go that far as saying that I wanted to pinch his little red cheeks. But,
Well, I know I did when I used to watch the show. All of those characters were so cute. And Fonzarelli.
Hey, the Fonz.
Could you imagine, though, being Henry Winkler, though, and, walking around town, and how many times would people come up to you and jab you and say, hey, and expect you to do it back because you are the Fonz, indeed.
Catherine Bach is 67 years old today. That's the original Daisy Duke on the Dukes of Hazzard.
How old is she?
67.
Yep. She saw.
Wow.
She was on The Young and the
Uh-huh.
a while back.
Yep.
Playing the mom of one of the main characters.
Yeah.
But she had the original Daisy Duke shorts on, of course. Barbara Bach. Is it Catherine Bach?
Catherine Bach.
Catherine Bach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roger Daltrey. There's a name for you, Bonnie.
Mhm.
You know who that is, right?
Who?
No, it's Roger Daltrey.
Who?
Roger Daltrey.
Who?
Roger Daltrey.
Okay.
We could go.
From the Who?
No, it's Roger Daltrey.
How old does he turn? 73 today or something?
Roger Daltrey is 77 years old today.
77. Wow.
77.
Mm-hmm.
How about this guy, Harry Belafonte?
Mm-hmm.
94 years old today.
Holy cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Holy shish kebabs.
Yeah.
That's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Conrad passed away in 2020. That's Jim West on The Real Wild Wild West. I used to love watching that show.
Did
The
ya?
Wild Wild West.
The Wild
I
Wild
really
West.
did.
I'll admit it was a little bit before my time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I remember with my folks where we got Gunsmoke
Mm-hmm.
and
I remember Gunsmoke.
Yep. I think there was one with Clint Eastwood they watched too was Rawhide.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall them watching The Wild Wild West for some odd reason.
I
But
wasn't a big Bonanza fan, but I was a Wild Wild West fan.
yeah.
I do remember that show very,
Oh
very
yeah,
well.
Bonanza, and I think
Mhm.
there was one called Wagon Train West.
Yes, that's another
if I'm
one.
not mistaken.
Yes, for sure. Or as they say, for shizzle.
I think Wagon Train West was a movie too, and I
Yeah.
think it had little young Sally Field when she was just playing a little 14-year-old girl on a
Yep.
wagon train.
Yep, another birthday in the heavens. Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke, remember him?
Oh yeah,
Jason Seaver on Growing Pains.
yeah, yeah.
And the man who wrote the theme songs to Facts of Life in Different Strokes.
And his name was appropriate because I always remember him having a thick, full head of hair. I do. I mean, I would. You see him on Growing Pains, and you would just want to run your fingers right through his hair. You know?
I like that. A thick, full head of hair. I like that. Bonnie, today is World Compliment Day. World Compliment Day.
So does that mean you have to give someone a compliment?
Yes, today is a day that you must give somebody a compliment.
All right.
Okay. Bonnie, the coffee you wore on your shirt looked absolutely beautiful today. There's your compliment.
Okay.
All right.
I'll give you one.
Go ahead.
You are dressed mighty sharp in your St. Lucie Mets today.
New York Mets.
New York Mets today.
Mets, yes.
You
I'm
are.
all good to go. Thank you.
Yes, and you are. You're ready for showtime. I can tell.
Oh, showtime is tomorrow.
I
Can't
know.
wait.
I know.
72 years ago in 1949, Joe Louis retired as the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. 60 years ago today in 1961, President John F. Kennedy established the Peace Corps. 53 years ago today in 1968, Johnny Cash married June Carter Cash. June passed away May 15th, 2003. Johnny died 4 months later, September 12th, 2003.
Yeah, there's a couple that, just died within months of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
52 years ago today in 1969, Mickey Mantle announced his retirement from the game of baseball.
1969.
1969. I was 9 years old, still living in New York at the time.
Were you really?
Sure was.
Whoa.
Sure was. 46 years ago today in 1975, Stevie Wonder won 5 Grammys, including Best Album for Fulfillingest First Finale. Olivia Newton-John won the Record of the Year for I Honestly Love You. Song of the Year was Barbra Streisand's The Way We Were. And Richard Pryor won Best Comedy Record for That's Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember Barbra Streisand, The Way We Were. That was such a beautiful song. I can hear it playing in my head right now, as a matter of fact.
Is that Memories?
Right. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. What a beautiful song. Keep singing. Just keep going. Keep going. I'll find the karaoke version in a moment. Hold on. Give me a minute here.
I can't do Barbara.
See, you got me. You got me going. You got me going here.
I wouldn't mind seeing her in concert. I'm sure she still performs.
Let me see here. Barbara karaoke.
I liked her in Meet the Fockers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She played Mrs. Fokker.
Yeah, she did. She definitely did. So now I'm going to play this. Here we go. Let's see. There you go. I think that's it. No, that's not it. No, that's I'm getting, you know what? That was Memories. I had the wrong song. That's my fault.
That's okay.
That was totally my fault.
Pretty and
that was still pretty.
Her voice sounded crystal clear in it.
Here we go. This is the one. This is the karaoke version. And all they do at the beginning is we could all morning long.
I would just pretend that I'm
All right, so here comes the vocals. Ready? Memories. I'm trying. Like the corners of my mind. Oh, not bad, huh?
Not too bad. No.
Let me keep going. Misty watercolor memories. How's that so far, Bonnie?
Not bad.
No, not bad.
No.
Of the way we were. Am I doing all right?
Yeah, you should be like in a piano bar.
Right. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind.
I think
I'm killing everybody.
We've been blowing magical bubbles this
Smiles
morning.
we gave to one another. For the way we were.
I wish we had a helium balloon and you could do that action
that's
following
enough.
that.
That's enough. I think I've scared everybody away by now.
You're fine.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. 7:21 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk. And here's Bonnie with the headlines about the way we were.
Well, good morning, Evan. In a nearly party line vote, House Democrats early Saturday morning approved President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion pandemic stimulus package, which will now move to the Senate. The final margin of the vote was 219 to 212, with two Democrats joining Republicans in opposition of the bill. Biden said in an address Saturday morning that he called Speaker Nancy Pelosi for getting the bill passed through the House. Although the House voted to approve the measure, the package will likely return to the House, assuming it is passed by the Senate. That is because late Thursday, the Senate parliamentarian ruled that a minimum wage hike could not be included in the bill if the Senate uses budget reconciliation to pass the bill. Well, one person died in a small plane crash on Sunday in Martin County. Here's WPTV's Josh Navarro.
This is how far we can get to that crash that happened inside this gated community called Ranch Colony in Jupiter. That's where Tailwinds Airport is located. And now the National Transportation Board, along with the FAA, are investigating. FAA officials say a single-engine Luscombe 8A crashed near Shandell Road around 12:30 p.m. today. We're told two people were on board, and the condition of the other person is not known at this hour. The FAA says the small plane crashed under unknown circumstances, and it ended up in a brush area at the end of the runway. Now, initially, the Palm Beach County Fire and Rescue responded to the scene before the Martin County Sheriff's Office took over to confirm the fatality. Authorities have not released the names of the two individuals involved in this incident. Of course, once we learn more information, we'll let you know. For now, we're live in Jupiter. I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5.
A motorcyclist died as a result of a crash on Saturday on Indian River Drive in St. Lucie County. At 4:11 p.m., two motorcycles, each with a driver and a passenger, were traveling southbound on Indian River Drive north of Midway Road. A pickup truck pulling a trailer was heading northbound on Indian River Drive when a trailer detached from the truck and traveled into the path of the motorcycles and collided with them. The driver of one of the motorcycles, a 60-year-old Port St. Lucie man, was transported to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center where he succumbed to his injuries. The case is still pending investigation. A Florida senator says there should be national standards to ensure safe and fair elections.
Are there people that believe we've got to focus on making sure people feel comfortable their elections are fair? Yeah.
Speaking on Fox News Sunday, Republican Rick Scott said he supports providing voter ID and getting rid of unmonitored ballot boxes. He says no voter should feel like their vote is diluted. More Florida be eligible for the COVID vaccine. Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order on Friday allowing those under the age of 65 who are deemed extremely vulnerable by their doctor to receive the vaccine. The Marriott Hutchinson Island Beach Resort Golf and Marina will be sold and closed by April 8th. Leaving 169 resort employees jobless, according to its owner. Neither the buyer, the sale price, nor the future use of the 200-acre oceanfront property was released. The resort's value is assessed by Martin County at about $18 million. Columbia Sussex Management, now known as Crestview Management, has owned the resort on Ocean Boulevard since 2003. Notice of the sale and layoffs was emailed February 8 to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity by Mary Booth, Columbia Sussex Management Corporate Director of Human Resources. By federal law, companies must give advance notice of mass layoffs. Columbia Sussex Management representatives, including Booth, did not respond to requests for comment Friday. A representative of Marriott International referred to a reporter back to Columbia Sussex. Lastly, Lady Gaga's two stolen French bulldogs, Gustav and Koji, are back at home. They were recovered on Friday, nearly 2 full days after they were stolen by thieves who ambushed and shot her dog walker in Hollywood. A woman turned the dogs into the police. TMZ says they were found tied to a pole in an alley miles away from where they were abducted. As for the reward, Gaga will gladly pay the $500,000 to the finder. The suspects are still on the loose. One of them was armed with a semi-automatic handgun. Major League Baseball Training is underway in Florida. Tampa Bay outslugged Atlanta 9-7 at Port Charlotte, while Miami opened with a 6-1 win over Houston at West Palm Beach. The Rays host the Twins today, and the Marlins entertain the Mets. News time 7:26. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:27, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We're not finding any accidents. Just keep in mind on Port St. Lucie Boulevard eastbound, there's just one lane open, and that's the right lane between Floresta Drive and Westmoreland this morning. So maybe just a little bit of a traffic slowdown right there. But otherwise, no accidents reporting right now. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 70 degrees in Palm City, and in Trenton, New Jersey this morning, a cloudy 41. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Good morning, Treasure Coast. We have hot and humid weather. It's going to feel like summer out there today, tomorrow, and into Wednesday before a pretty strong cold front rolls in. Temperatures soaring up into the mid and high 80s near record highs for this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, low rain chances through Tuesday. A few showers on the way for Wednesday. I'm WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weagle on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
All right.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. The Golden Globes were seen last night. Best example, Jamie Lee Curtis. CEO of Live Nation says music festivals may return soon. It's been so long, most of us have forgotten what it's like to stand in a long line for a porta potty. A man in South Carolina tried to rob a bank by sending a note through the drive-through tube. They gave him the money without a hassle, but when he tried to send rolled coins, That's when they called the cops. Kelsey Grammer will star in a Frasier reboot for Paramount Plus, mostly because nobody wanted to see him in anything else. This is not headline news.
And there you go. Not headline news at 7:31 on the Get Up and Go show. From not headline news, we go to stupid news.
And now it's time for Stupid News.
It's so stupid and awesome.
Where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
So we go just street, Bonnie, to Vero Beach, Florida. Vero Beach, Florida. That's about, 60 miles away from here. It's not too far, right?
Not really. We can really get up there within 30
Within an
minutes,
hour.
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's not too far. Not too far. There's a 21-year-old guy named Richard Lee Ortecho who was pulled over on the interstate near Vero Beach this past Saturday evening. He was doing 120 miles an hour in a Volkswagen. He almost hit some other cars and didn't pull over right away when the police got behind him with their lights flashing. When he finally did pull over, he told the cops there were reasons that he was going so fast. Would you like to take a guess?
Let's see. His wife was in the car about to have a baby. They had to get to the hospital.
Nope.
Let's see. He had to make it to his friend's house before the beer got warm. The beer had to be cold.
Close, but no cigar. One reason he said was, quote, I didn't know driving reckless was illegal.
What?
I didn't know driving reckless was illegal. And number two,
off his noggin?
and number two, he was listening to an obscure rap song called, quote, A Ciento Viente.
Wow.
By an aspiring rapper called Izano.
All right.
And quote, Caliento Viente means 120. So he was driving 120. Richard was arrested for fleeing, reckless driving, and also possession of marijuana.
So a song made him do it.
Song made him do it.
You know what's good about this story, Evan?
What?
Is that he got caught.
Yeah.
How many times have you been on I-95 and somebody just zooms right past you, just driving this ungodly speed, and you wonder, how can they get away with that? And I hope somebody catches them. I hope there's an officer ahead.
That doesn't happen to me too often because I'm the one that's usually speeding.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's you?
But not too fast.
You are the culprit.
Not too fast.
Okay.
Not too fast. A 46-year-old guy named Charles Oldham from Bedford, Pennsylvania, was arrested last month for selling meth to a police informant. And it wasn't just any meth. Nope. Charles said he'd gone to Ohio to get the meth because theirs is better than the local Pennsylvania meth.
Oh, they're making some good meth in Ohio,
I
are
guess.
they?
Yeah,
Now
it's
we
better
know.
than Pennsylvania.
Huh.
So the cops raided his house and found marijuana and meth, plus scales and other packaging materials. He was arrested for felony drug delivery.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I guess, like you said, Bonnie, the meth is better in Ohio than
I
Pennsylvania.
wonder. Yeah, you got to
Go figure.
go across the border,
Yeah.
just to get it.
Go figure. Let me see. Where am I going here? When Rachel Horn went on a solo holiday to Spain.
Rachel Horn.
Yes,
I
Rachel
like that
Horn.
name. That's kind of like
It's a
nice
radio name.
Nice, strong name.
When she went on a solo holiday to Spain, she was desperately unhappy with her life. She was working in dementia and end-of-life care, a job, she says, left her feeling trapped and helpless. But the trip ended up changing her life as she met the love of her life, Florian Rocoles.
Ooh, this
And
sounds-
just 3 days after
Yeah.
meeting him, she quit her job and uprooted everything to embrace a nomadic lifestyle. She just dropped everything to embrace
Man.
a nomadic lifestyle. Rachel and Florian, both 26, now live completely off the grid in the French mountains in an old converted van with solar panels and a solar shower.
She's living in a van, though?
Yeah.
Huh.
She said, quote, when I met Florian, I had recently finished and was working in dementia and end-of-life care while I worked out my next step. She says they will start a family immediately.
Almost sounds like Julia Roberts in Eat, Pray, Love.
Yeah.
Or was it Love, Pray, Eat? I don't know. I always get them mixed up. Pray, Eat, and Love. Anyway, that was the movie. Kind of sounds like that same scenario, almost. Only I don't think Julia Roberts ended up living in a van with solar panels.
Yeah. Where am I going here? I'm completely confused. A bank located blocks away from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office headquarters was robbed Monday by a woman in a motorized wheelchair, authorities said. The bank robbery was reported about noon at the Regions Bank in Jacksonville. Police said the woman showed up to discuss an account, but she got into an argument with a teller that escalated when she threatened to kill everyone in the bank and announced she was robbing the place, according to the sheriff's office. The woman left the bank after she was given some cash and then started driving down the street in her wheelchair, where a slow speed chase started between the police and the suspect in the wheelchair. But she eventually stopped when her wheelchair battery died, and she was taken into custody nearby a short time later, police said. No weapon was seen during the robbery, according to police, and no one inside the bank was hurt.
Is this a matter of this lady is crazy, or she just thinks she won't be bearing the repercussions because they'll feel sorry for her because she's in a wheelchair? I mean, man.
I don't know. I just simply don't know.
Jacksonville, Florida, huh?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. Things happen in Jacksonville, Florida. The craziest crap happens in Jacksonville.
I don't know. I've never been there. I've never visited Jacksonville, but I would like to. That, and I'd like to go to St. Augustine. I'm sure a lot of crazy things happen up there as well, and ghostly things. I think it's like the oldest city in our great nation.
Unreal. Jacksonville, Florida. All right, let's go to Sacramento, California, where there's a woman named Crystal Jackson, but maybe you know her as Mrs. Poindexter on OnlyFans, where her nude photos and videos are raking in an insane $150,000 a month.
A month?
A month.
I thought you were going to say a year.
No, a month.
Holy Toledo. She's carrying an insane amount of money every month.
Unfortunately, some parents at her kids' school also recently found out about her OnlyFans page. Her kids go to a Catholic school, and those parents lobbied the school to get her kids kicked out. And it worked, because all three of Crystal's kids were just expelled from school.
Really?
Because her mother has an OnlyFans page.
Didn't this story happen locally too? For some odd reason, I think it happened down here somewhere.
It did. It did. It happened locally.
So this is how it resulted. We already knew that she had that page, right? And weren't her kids going to some sort of
this is a whole nother story.
A private school?
Yeah, this is a whole nother story. This is another story from the one that we talked about.
Well, yeah, it's extended. So the results are her kids got expelled from that school.
Her kids got expelled from the school because the mother, because
of what their mom does for a living.
Because of what their mom does for a living and how she makes money. Okay, now I'm sorry, but I disagree, because it shouldn't matter what your mother does for a living as long as it's not brought into the school. Right.
You're correct.
Yes.
As long as the kids are learning.
Yeah, so mom could be a stripper. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as it's not brought into the school.
Yeah.
Now, we don't want the mom wearing stripper clothes to go to a guidance counselor session at the Catholic school.
Now, does it matter if this is a public or a private school, like it is a private school, right?
Yeah. But it I'm sure it doesn't say anything in the bylaws, as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So, all right, somebody's on the phone here. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie.
Hello, the lady who robs a bank in Jacksonville with her electronic wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a patient of the woman who went to Spain, who was living in the van with all the solar panels. So they knew those people. And
I'm
also,
telling
I
you.
heard over the weekend some good news.
All right, tell me.
That Hasbro rescinded their decision to change Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, yes. Where did you? When I heard that news, by the way, that they were taking away Mister and just calling it Potato Head, that's absurd.
There was such a groundswell of opposition to that move that they retracted their decision to change it to Potato Head. It's now Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
I love it. I think that's great.
Thank you for giving us
Thank
that
you for
update.
sharing that with us. That's
Frank, right?
awesome.
That made my day the other day.
You know what? It makes me want to buy from Hasbro now.
You know what? I think I'm going to go to my local toy department
Yeah.
and go buy a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah, exactly. But
There you
keep
go.
them in the box.
Yeah, exactly, because they could be worth something one day.
Exactly.
Now we get
100%.
Now we get to have the name be the name stay after we've known them as Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head all these years. It doesn't
they were
have
born
to
in
change.
Idaho.
Because they're Idaho potatoes.
Exactly,
right?
and not Maine potatoes.
Okay, so they're from a nice, wholesome family of potatoes in Idaho.
Exactly. Have a great day.
Hey, you guys, you have a great day as well. I really appreciate it.
That made
Take
my
care.
day.
That really
certainly-
made my day also.
Yes, I'm thankful that the name didn't get changed because now all the new kids would know it as Potato Head.
Yes.
which is silly. It's really silly that you can't go buy a Mrs. Potato or a Mr. Potato. Why do all these names all of a sudden have to be changed?
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Even Jeep Cherokee was in the process of maybe having to change their name because of the Cherokee people and the Cherokee tribe. And, I've known people that have driven Jeep Cherokee for many years.
Right?
I don't know why that has to be changed.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Don't understand it. Honestly, I don't. I really, truly just don't understand it. That's just ridiculous.
Maybe whoever did, what was that song? Indian Nation, who did Indian Nation.
I used to love that song.
Yeah.
Wow. Cherokee people. Remember that song?
Cherokee
Tribe.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That was a great tune back in the day.
Oh, that was big. Very big.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Why people got to be like that?
I don't know. Everything is changing. I guess that's why, but hopefully everything doesn't change. I mean,
No.
only we want to change for the good, but I don't know if everything has to change. Some things can remain the same and still be good. I'm hoping.
It's crazy. 7:45 right now. The Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. If you need the best deals in town on jewelry and coin, you want to go see our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie?
Thanks, Evan. One person died in a small plane crash on Sunday in Martin County. WPTV's Josh Navarro has more.
This is how far we can get to that crash that happened inside this gated community called Ranch Colony in Jupiter. That's where Tailwinds Airport is located. And now the National Transportation Board, along with the FAA, are investigating. FAA officials say a single-engine Luscombe 8A crashed near Shandell Road around 12:30 p.m. today. We're told 2 people were on board and the condition of the other person is not known at this hour. The FAA says the small plane crashed under unknown circumstances and it ended up in a brush area at the end of the runway. Now, initially, the Palm Beach County Fire and Rescue responded to the scene before the Martin County Sheriff's Office took over to confirm the fatality. Authorities have not released the names of the 2 individuals involved in this incident. Of course, once we learn more information, we'll let you know. For now, we're live in Jupiter. I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5.
Former President Trump is teasing another run for the White House in 2024.
And then a Republican president make a triumphant return to the White House, and I wonder who that will be.
Trump addressed the annual CPAC summit in Orlando and also predicted the Republicans will regain control of the House and Senate in 2022. Another 118 deaths in Florida are blamed on the coronavirus. The Department of Health also reporting more than 5,500 new cases. The Marriott Hutchinson Island Beach Resort Golf and Marina will be sold and closed by April 8th, leaving 169 resort employees jobless, according to its owner. Neither the buyer, the sale price, nor the future use of the 200-acre oceanfront property was released. The resort's value is assessed by Martin County at about $18 million. Columbia Sussex Management, now known as Crestview Management, has owned the resort property on Ocean Boulevard since 2003. Notice of the sale and layoffs was emailed February 8th to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity by Mary Booth, Columbia Sussex Management Corporate Director of Human Resources. By federal law, companies must give advance notice of mass layoffs. Columbia Sussex Management representatives, including Booth, did not respond to requests for comment on Friday. In a nearly party line vote, House Democrats early Saturday morning approved President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion pandemic stimulus package, which will now move to the Senate. The final margin of the vote was 219 to 212, with 2 Democrats joining Republicans in opposition of the bill. Biden said in an address Saturday morning that he called Speaker Nancy Pelosi for getting the bill passed through the House. Now, though the House voted to approve the measure, the package will likely return to the House, assuming it is passed by the Senate. That is because late Thursday, the Senate parliamentarian ruled minimum wage hike could not be included in the bill if the Senate uses budget reconciliation to pass the bill. And lastly, more Floridians could soon be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order Friday allowing those under the age of 65 who are deemed extremely vulnerable by their doctor to receive the vaccine. The IRSC men's basketball team ran into a Bradenton buzzsaw as the Manatees topped the Pioneers 88-84, and with 15 three-point shots, 4 by leading scorer Pop Weathers, who had 24 points. The idle IRSC Lady Pioneers gained ground without even playing as Palm Beach State upset Florida Southwestern. FSW travels to IRSC Saturday with the women at 2 p.m. and the men tipping off at 4, and WPSL will carry both games worldwide. Our news time is 7:49. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
Right now, traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized healthcare back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Not finding any accidents. The latest from our Florida Highway Patrol. US 1 is looking good, and the major highways clear in north and southbound directions on a Monday morning. There's your latest look at traffic. Well, we have 71 in Stewart, and in Franklin, Tennessee, it's 44. And let's get our forecast from WPTV's meteorologist, Steve Weigel.
Good morning, Treasure Coast. We have hot and humid weather. It's going to feel like summer out there today, tomorrow, and into Wednesday before a pretty strong cold front rolls in. Temperatures soaring up into the mid and high 80s near record highs for this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, low rain chances through Tuesday. A few showers on the way for Wednesday. I'm WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weagle on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
A couple shots of tequila, then I gave my bike a crank. Not my best idea. Even if it was only just 2 drinks, I took the breathalyzer and another legal limited bill. I'm for public safety. I mean, come on, but what the hell? I had no priors. The prosecution's case just fell apart for $500. I pleaded guilty to drinking in the park.
That's a parody and a spoof of Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark. That one's called Drinking in the Park.
Yeah.
They were taking a pot shot at Bruce Springsteen because of that arrest that he had for DUI.
I guess so. And pretty much the judge gave him a $500 fine. And Bruce pretty much said, you know, Judge, I think I can pay that now.
Yeah, that was just a slap on the wrist, basically a drop in the bucket for him.
Yeah, but they didn't really find him to be
No.
purely guilty. In fact, the car ad, he's supposed to be in a car commercial, did not drop his sponsorship.
No, they did not. They did not.
Yeah.
They did not, because he wasn't convicted.
He wasn't
So
convicted.
that's a good
right.
thing. I mean, he pretty much he's had a clean record all his life. You've
Yeah.
never read about him in the news except
No.
everything was all good and stuff like that. But every now and then, people do they do mess up every now and then, and
Mm-hmm.
they have their day in court and things like that, and it just it worked out for the best for the boss, and
we're glad because the boss, he certainly has a huge fan base.
he's all American. He's definitely all American. So
Yeah.
coming up in the 8:00 hour, Dr. John Millay is going to be here from the Martin County School Board. He is the superintendent, and boy, do we have a litany of things to talk about with him. There's so much stuff that's been going on. Summertime is approaching fast. The kids are going to be getting out of school for the summer before we know it. But one thing I'm glad is the kids are going back to in-person learning, which is good. And, I think that's the way it definitely should be. Who the heck is that out our window back there? Wow, I see somebody out there. It's like somebody with a diving.
Seeing a shadow
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
I don't know what it is. Guy's spraying something. I don't know. Maybe we should just invite him in too. Why not? Anyway, stick around, folks. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. The official time, 8:07. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 8:07 a.m.
8:07 a.m. And, of course, it's Monday morning, and you know what that means, Bonnie.
It means that our good friend, Dr. John Millay, is with us.
That's right. He is here live in studio. He surprised us at the door, and he brought a bag with surprises in it. So we're going to get to that in just a few moments. But we want to welcome in Dr. John Millay, the superintendent of the Martin County School System. John, good morning.
Good morning, Evan, Bonnie. Thanks for having me today.
Always a pleasure to have you in studio with us.
It's my pleasure. Thank
Always.
you.
We didn't mean to lock you out. We'll get you a key so you can let yourself in next time.
We weren't sure if you were going to be on Zoom
Yeah,
or if you were
we never
actually
know
coming
anymore.
in today.
I told you I was going to surprise you.
It's unpredictable.
It's
unpredictable.
That's the way I like to keep it.
Just like the bow ties. They're always
Yeah.
unpredictable. You never know what color he's going to wear.
Nice gray one on today.
I know.
Mhm.
I know.
That's the
definitely
color
so.
we might want to paint our house, is a nice dark gray like that.
Well, maybe you'll have to borrow his bow tie to go
Bow
get a
tie
paint
parade.
swatch.
Do a
Or
color
something
match.
Like do a color match. There you go.
Bring it into Benjamin Moore or Sherwin Williams. That's where we went.
One of
Yeah.
the two. One of
Yeah.
the two.
Yeah.
So, John, the district recently began accepting controlled open enrollment and in-county resident school choice applications today.
Sure. Here we are, March 1st. Happy March, everyone. Can't hardly believe we're into this third month of the calendar year, but Jensen Beach High School will be open to all Martin County residents. Students will not be required to enroll in a signature program to attend JBHS. Families who elect to take advantage of open choice at JBHS will be required to provide their own transportation, however. Hope Sound Elementary, Seawind Elementary, Indiantown Middle, and Murray Middle, Stewart Middle, they will all be open to any out-of-county residents through the controlled open enrollment plan. So there's a nice little long statute about that. There's more details. However, those few elementaries and those three middle schools are also open to out-of-county. And then the application window for high school signature programs is currently open and will close April 2nd. Martin County High, South Fork, and then on April 5th, Jensen Beach programs like International Baccalaureate, Cambridge, AP, those different programs that sometimes kids would like a choice or families.
Do you, Dr. Millay, do you get a lot of students coming to Martin County that are out of county, or are there a few?
I think it can kind of depend on the school. For instance, you look at the high school. High schools rarely come open, as I understand it. But there is a little room in Jensen Beach, so it's the in county. But we don't have a high out of county rate. More of our employees that are bringing their children across. Maybe a lot of our employees live in St. Lucie.
I see.
So some bring their kids.
That makes a lot of sense.
So you can go to a school in Martin County if you apply, even though you're not a resident. Is that correct?
Some of our schools, there's district policies and there's some state statute that's guiding that. We have to monitor the occupancy rate. So it's, for instance, imagine any of our schools, they all have a threshold of how many students they can handle. We can't just fill it up. You have to leave some room in case new people live or move into that attendance boundary. So there's a 75% threshold that we kind of use, and some others as well. But we want to make sure that if we're below the amount we set for the current community, we allow some slots.
If I were a student going back to school next semester, I would choose, no, this is just like a personal, I would choose, because of its location of its football field, I think I would choose like Jensen Beach High School to go to.
It's correct. All of our schools have little positive things about location. That one certainly has a neat one.
Yeah.
And then you have, of course, Martin County High School in a great setting. When you look at that on a map, they're not far from the water at all, though. It's amazing how center. And then South Fork, a little down south, it's a beautiful drive out there in the country and near the interstate.
Yeah, and Martin County High School has a swimming pool
They
too,
sure do.
so I would choose that one too.
And you go down to South Fork High School, and they have the golf course and they have a great. I was able to see some of their CTE programs. They have a great outdoor landscape. They have a veterinary program, things of that nature. So it's all of our schools just have uniqueness. Our high schools and different programs The
Yeah.
core is pretty similar, of course, but they have some signature programs.
It's very cool, and it's nice to know that a lot of our students too can get into the nice facilities too of the Clark Advanced Learning Center.
Sure.
That's right
Sure.
down here too.
That's an option as well for our students.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about. I lost my place here. There it is. Let's talk a little bit about music in the schools. Music is huge in the schools, isn't it?
You know, music is huge in our life. With this last lockdown that we had, this since last March, it's hard to believe it's been about a year. A year ago, the world started changing in our country as well. So, but music has a huge part in our lives and in our schools. So, for more than 30 years, March has been officially designated as the National Association for Music Education as the Music in Our Month. So there will be a lot of little celebrations and activities at each of the schools that are going on in our community. So we appreciate the value that those, say, music teachers, band, choral, all the different music programs that go on. Those teachers, we couldn't do without them, and they all those items are just as important as your reading and math and writing.
We were I think was it you talking about it on air, kind of like off air, wondering what goes on with the choirs with like COVID-19. Do the choirs?
Yeah, how do the choirs do their
still
thing,
go on?
John? How do
They're
they
quite
do their
amazing.
thing?
Well, the interesting thing is our Martin County schools came back face to face. So nearly 80% of our students come every day in a traditional setting. And then that other 20% is either remote or virtual. So imagine those students that are back, they do safe social distancing. They try to spread them out. And some of the students that are remote home, they actually are following along. And there's some programming that I observed in one of our schools, the music program, where they actually did a virtual where they had all the kids. You may have seen some of these different things, YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, we've done that locally too.
Right.
So we use some of the same technology. There's been some positives. As hard as the pandemic's been, there have been some positives as far as us trying some new learning activities and reaching out different technologies. So they've been learning too.
Hey, our marching bands have been really excellent too right here, and I'm hoping that well, Evan mentioned how many months till Christmas, Evan? Not too long.
Right.
And well, if we think about the Christmas parade in Stewart and just good memories of the high school marching bands in those parades, and hopefully they can have all their instruments in tune by then and things can be getting back to normal.
Sure. And looking forward, it's like we were laughing at the break, but it's like, first, let's get the 4th of July, Memorial Day, and more important for our kids. May 28th is the last day for students. And that's just a couple months away when you think about April, May. It is. And I want to just give a shout out to the families and our students. And I mean, the majority of this school year is behind us. We have a couple more months to get through it. So, we're almost there. We've battled through this and been strategic. So if parents of these last couple months just hang in there, we've almost got it.
Sounds like you just have a wonderful team, just like the NFL organization.
Oh, they have a world-class team over there.
We sure
Definitely.
do.
So
We're proud of them.
let's talk a little bit about Parent University Workshop. That's going to be happening on March the 4th. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. This month's Parent University Workshop, we have staff from Student Services Department, and they oversee, all the different programs, looking at attendance to programming, any type of health guidelines, those types of things we'll help parents with. To register for this session and obtain a Zoom link, you can visit the district website, and you could also, it's going to be live streamed on YouTube, so you can find this link on our website as well. If you want to be an active participant, you do the Zoom, but if you just want to hear the questions, and they try to anticipate a lot of different questions and things, and there's a lot of good dialogue and discussions. You could always email things in as well.
All right, very good. And lastly, I want to talk about the CTE update, if you would.
Sure. Here in a few weeks, we're going to be putting some feelers out in the form of a survey to the business community, basically. And we're going to just be surveying the community and businesses about the types of work or job skills or how they would they'd like to see in our schools. Maybe, for instance, say the area of healthcare. Any business, not just the hospitals, but any healthcare type related business could complete this little survey and just connect to us. We know they exist. They know what we have. And if they have any possibility maybe of summer jobs or ways they'd like to link. Maybe one day have an intern, a volunteer, or a paid intern type thing. We just start linking the community with each one of these CTE pathways. So whether it was our auto program, our health, careers, business, those types of paths, we want to connect the different ones. If they want to help sponsor things, we'll have that database.
Okay. All right. Very good. If you have a question, do you mind if I ask if people want to call in, they have questions they can ask you about anything in the school system? Is that all right with you?
We'll try to do that.
All right. So if you want to call in, if you want to talk to Dr. John Millay, he's here with us in studio, 220-9788. Can't promise anybody's going to call or anything like that because we have a shy listening audience. Sometimes they don't like to call. 220-9788. You're welcome to call with your questions and comments in regards to anything pertaining to the school system. If you're a parent of a child or a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or anything like that, you're more than welcome to give us a call right here, 220-9788. Okay, so now
to have so that like your phones don't get on overload. I know everyone that heard about the bagel question,
right?
The bagel surprise. The thing is, there's two different types of bagels in each one of these. One of you have the cinnamon crunch,
all right,
and one of you have a French toast crunch.
A what?
So you'll have a French toast. So you'll have to figure them out because they look pretty similar to me. So you all either have to fight over it, share in the break, and decide, what's
wait a
the
minute.
difference.
All right, so we just pick a bag?
Just pick a bag.
One of them has what in it?
French toast crunch.
Okay, and the other one has
cinnamon sugar crunch.
All right, Bonnie, I'll let you pick one.
Once in a while, I like some
And
cinnamon.
then we're gonna take a bite on the air, and we'll guess what it
cinnamon on my
is.
French toast. I'll just take the one closest right
I'll take
here.
this one.
Figure
All
out
right.
which
So let
one
me
was
dig
the
in.
French toast. Who thinks they may have it? So I don't know.
Well, I smelt it, and I can't tell. Can you?
I can. It's
You
funny.
can?
I can because I have such serious allergies from the tree pollens this week.
Look at me. It's like I'm breathing into a bag
this
here.
one smells to me like it's French toast.
Now, do we know? Or
no?
Were they labeled? No.
I said you'd have to share. You'd have to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh wow! Look at this. It's got.
Have a napkin.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Let me get a napkin here. All right. So we're going to do this on the air. Nothing like this is live radio. What live radio is all about. John was like, they're really going to do this on the air.
Oh, but this smells wonderful, and I'm gonna say, cinnamon and French toast are very similar, I think, but I'm gonna say this is the French toast more smelling.
Max Bagels.
Ma'am.
Great. I saw those when I picked them up this morning. I thought
That's the
Cinnamon.
Yeah, I think I got the cinnamon. What you got?
I think mine's French toast.
You got French toast. All right. Wow.
There you go.
That's good. That's really good.
I wasn't going to make it easy
These
on
are
you.
amazing.
Yeah, and that is actually you do have the French toast one over there.
He knew.
I just remember the darker
knew.
color.
It's so good. It's
He
so
knew. Oh
good.
my gosh!
So
I
I'll
really
do
hit
another
the spot.
challenge. I'll mix it up next time.
All right. So since you challenged us, now we're going to challenge you.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're going to do something with you that's called just listen. We did this with you once before. You can't look at my answers.
Okay, let's see.
Can't look at my answers. Are you smarter than a fifth grader with Dr. John Millay? There we go. We're going to put him to the test. How about it, Bonnie?
Okay.
Since we have a few minutes to kill.
My mouth is full. I
That's
don't
all
know.
right. That's fine. You can have your mouth full. All right. So, John, these are standard fifth grade questions that are in the curriculum. They're standard fifth grade questions. All right. So the first question, John, is this famous dinosaur was known for its ability to fly. Is it A, Allosaurus, B, Velociraptor, or C, Petrodactyl?
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
There you go.
Pterodactyl.
For I'll put all the money on that one.
Pterodactyl, and you are 100% correct. Pterodactyl.
They remind me of our nice big cranes around here.
Okay. All right. So here's
Descendants.
The pelicans. Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one for you. How many nouns are in the following sentence? I can't believe I'm doing this. How many nouns are in the following sentence? The rabbit ran to the cafeteria and ate a big salad. Is it A2, B3, or C? Bonnie, what do you think it is?
Oh, I thought it was
Three.
still
It's
Dr.
three.
John's. I think
right.
I'm going to agree with
B.
the
Is
doctor
that B?
that
All
it
right.
would be 3.
Rabbit.
All right. And correct. It's 3. There's 3 nouns.
Yeah.
in that sentence. Okay. Here's another question. These are standard 5th grade questions. What revolutionary leader wrote the influential Common Sense in 1776? Was it A, Thomas Jefferson, B, John Adams, or C, Thomas Paine?
What was it called?
Read it again.
The what revolutionary leader wrote the influential Common Sense in 1776? It was called Common Sense.
Just because I've heard of some of the other authors, I know
Thomas
that
Jefferson,
wasn't-
John Adams, or Thomas Paine.
I don't think that was either the first two, so I'm just going to do the process of elimination and say C.
Correct. Thomas Paine.
job.
Thomas
Wow.
Paine. Very good.
Mhm.
Here's the next one. What was the name of the first satellite put into orbit by the United States? Was it A, Explorer, B, Titan, or C, Apollo?
Explorer.
Explorer is correct.
I'm on a roll.
You're on a roll.
You're doing
Last time. He aced it last time, remember?
really did.
Okay, here's the last one. In U.S. currency, a quarter equals 25 pennies. In time measurement, how many minutes are in a quarter of an hour? Is it 15, 25, or 3?
That would be 15 minutes.
15 is correct.
Well, even I knew that.
You really made me think this morning.
Well, they're big questions. Oh my gosh.
I'll admit I might have
I
gotten
had to
the.
think that, yeah, there was some process of elimination going on, but, I sailed through it, so maybe I get to stay on the job a little longer.
Yeah, you do. And I'm sure your peers are probably listening
Yeah.
down at the at the office wondering, oh my gosh, he better get all this stuff right.
No,
I
they're
know.
cheering.
I was doing the same thing too, so I was like,
I would have gotten the Thomas Paine one. Well, I was thinking more of the people with the time period and
Yeah.
the
Yeah, that's what I was,
1776.
I've
But-
heard
Yeah.
of different stories, and that one,
Yeah.
but
But
those other ones I haven't.
You were right with the process of elimination of the
Yeah.
author
Yeah.
that we heard of.
Hey, I wanted to ask one other thing while John is still here. Something we didn't talk about today. Of course, the big topic. Everybody, it's the news. It's about COVID.
Sure.
COVID here, COVID there, COVID everywhere, and hopefully COVID everywhere is dissipating slowly but surely. How are the schools doing with COVID?
I'm really proud of what the staff's doing. We're still getting through it, so that's I'm glad you bring that up. We're
Mhm.
still in the middle of it, and while Martin County and our community is dealing with it pretty well, we can't let our guard down. And I know there's a lot of things we've had to reschedule and change
Mhm.
a bit, like our prom situation, where we're going to do some spring celebrations and more of a controlled, have a lot of fun with the kids.
Mhm.
The kids, the seniors have gotten to plan some of the activities with our high school teachers, activity directors, school administration. So they're going to make that some great times, but we have to continue to be safe. I heard you say at the break, you said when they kick off the ball season,
Mhm.
they've already announced they're not doing some things on the 4th of July.
Right.
That is because, as far as public health, they know that's pushing it. So I really feel like hopeful for the fall. I think if we can stay diligent and stay safe and get a couple months, have patience with each other, hopefully we'll have a safer summer and a more normal fall.
I think you're right. I think you're pushing right on that.
Yes, wear the
Mhm.
masks. I know they're aggravating. I hate wearing the mask, but
Yeah.
I don't think anyone says they enjoy it, but it is getting us through. And the good state of Florida and Martin County, our economy's moving well, so
Mhm.
it's keeping us going.
Mhm.
We're complying and being able to keep some of our little social freedoms and our economy going. So if that's what keeps us open and we can keep our schools open,
Mhm.
a lot of schools throughout the country have not been open in a year. Could you believe that? A lot of major districts
I know. I
have
can't
never
fathom
opened
that.
since last March. So I just don't want anybody to forget our successes that we've had. And the reason we've had it's because we've been diligent. We've been smart with it.
Martin County too was the first school to be diligent with it.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
you
first
can do it. You can do it in a
opening.
safe, sound way. And Martin County is a perfect example of doing it that way. And others
Mm-hmm.
need to look, and maybe they should consult with you and your team in regards to how it was done and how you did it in a safe manner.
That's
There's
right.
been a
Keeping the
lot of
kids safe.
that where we've gotten contacted. And a shout out to all the support staff that keep it clean. And we
Mhm.
have all this contact tracing. Every morning, afternoon, evening, we have contact tracing teams that are going on the weekend. There's a small COVID
Mhm.
team that's always assigned every weekend. And so if we monitor the school outbreaks, any
Mhm.
cases that were reported,
Mhm.
we decide who has to be quarantined, who we need substitutes for, that type of thing. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of work. It's an aggravation, to be honest, but it's to keeping us safe, and we all want our kids back in school, and our parents and all have been great. I think everybody's been pretty flexible and patient with us. So
It's a team effort. It's literally a team effort.
Well-oiled machine.
Definitely. Our very special guest has been Dr. John Millay. He heads up the Martin County school system. He's a superintendent. He's on the program each and every Monday and gives us an update. John, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's time for the Precious Metals Report, brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,734.90 an ounce, and silver opening up at $26.75 an ounce. That's Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
Time now 8:31 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time to get our daily dose of space for a Monday. Here's Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir. Well, it was back in 1966 that the then Soviet Union had their Venera 3 spacecraft crash land on the planet, unable to do the job that they needed to do. However, in 1982, they launched Venera 13, and that spacecraft did make a proper landing on Venus, and they were able to send back photographs for much longer than they had originally planned. They thought they would only be able to bring back or be able to get photographs back for 32 minutes, but instead the lander lasted about 127 minutes on the planet and sent back beautiful pictures. In 2002, the STS-109 spacecraft was launched, and that spacecraft placed worked on the Hubble spacecraft in orbit. And then in 2016, a one-year mission carried out by Scott Kelly and Mikhail Kornienko completed 1 year in space. Speaking of being in space, Vice President Kamala Harris spoke with Victor Glover during Black History Month and congratulated him on his record-setting flight. What makes this flight so extraordinary is the fact that Glover is the first black astronaut to fly on the space station in a long-term mission. And boy, has he been successful in the work he's doing. In fact, Kate Rubins and Glover conducted a spacewalk yesterday of 7 hours and 4 minutes. They're working on the struts and getting things ready to upgrade the solar panels. The new solar panels are a larger version of the rollout solar arrays and will position themselves in front of the 6 current arrays that are there, increasing the power supply from 160 kilowatts to 215 kilowatts. Not bad for an increase, allowing NASA and the international partners to do a lot more work on the station once they get more power. But they're not done yet because the astronauts are going to go out again. In this case, Kate Rubins and Glover will go out on Friday for an additional spacewalk. Excuse me, Glover will not be going, but Kate Rubins will be going with Soichi Noguchi from the Japanese Space Agency. They will come out and do a spacewalk and also work on upgrading several systems on board the station. They did have a slight hiccup because they had a hard time with a bolt that was tightened. And as a result, they had a hard time moving it and getting it open. Well, Russia yesterday conducted another launch of their space vehicle from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. That launch placed into orbit an Arctic weather satellite system. This system is going into an orbit that will allow people who may be on the Arctic or Antarctica to communicate with spaceships that are in space in order to get their signals out to the public. It was another move by Russia and a successful launch that did take place. Also yesterday, India used their Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle to place a Brazilian Amazonia 1 communication satellite into orbit. Everything worked extremely well on that mission, so it was quite a busy weekend up on the first launch of OneWeb satellites from the Vyazhny Space Center in eastern Russia will take place on the 25th of this month. Everything is looking good for a launch of a Soyuz 21B carrier rocket to place these new spacecrafts into orbit from Vyazhny. The Russian Dmitry Rogozin spoke about that launch to the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, and explained how important space is, and Putin seems to agree, because the one area for Russia has been space, and they continue to do that. Meanwhile, the U.S. and Canada are upgrading satellites to fight Russia in the Arctic. In other words, the U.S. and Canada will update a network of defense satellites and surveillance satellites in the Arctic region to counter the military presence of Russia and China. They want to be sure that they can monitor their movements at any point in time. NASA and Roscosmos have been speaking to try to finalize the plans for a U.S. astronaut to fly one more time on a Soyuz vehicle in April. Mark Vande Hei currently is training for that particular flight. It should be one of the last flights that the U.S. has on the Russian space vehicle. The reason for that is the U.S. hopes to have its own system certified and ready to go on the Dragon and later on the Boeing Starliner spacecraft, and there should be no need to fly on Russian crafts anymore to the International Space Station. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether we can do that. If they do launch Vande Hei, he will fly with Oleg Novitsky and Peter Dubrov to the space station. If not, another Russian will fly to the station as well. Lastly, we want to tell you that Virgin Galactic has unveiled a new Spaceship 3. They're getting ready for additional flights for suborbital vehicles with a new vehicle. Tomorrow we'll tell you about hopefully a launch tonight at 8:15 that was postponed from last night. Until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel. Excuse me. That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at 8:30 right here on Martin County's Heritage Station.
You all right over there?
I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm all right. I'm doing good. Let's go to Ellie's Downtown Deli where Bonnie is standing by with the latest and greatest to soothe your appetite this morning.
That's right, Evan. And this looks really tasty for lunch today. Try a teriyaki shrimp salad. You know, this looks like the kind of salad I would just love to try to make at home. But I'm always sure that Chef Mark can do it much better. Oh, you get your mixed greens with it, grilled pineapple on this, teriyaki sauteed shrimp, grape tomatoes, alfalfa sprouts, red onions, candied pecans, and Brussels sprouts even, with your choice of a dressing. And, you know, pick up some dessert when you visit Ellie's Deli. Take home chocolate chip cookies for tonight, and everybody loves pie. You can get your favorites, key lime, peanut butter pie, coconut cream, even Oreo pie at Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart, now with their patio back open. Plus, they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605. It's to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605 for Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
8:40 right now. News time once again brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town. Head on over and see our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie?
Thanks, Evan. One person died in a small plane crash on Sunday in Martin County. Here's WPTV's Josh Navarro.
This is how far we can get to that crash that happened inside this gated community called Ranch Colony in Jupiter. That's where Tailwinds Airport is located. And now the National Transportation Board, along with the FAA, are investigating. FAA officials say a single-engine Luscombe 8A crashed near Shandell Road around 12:30 p.m. today. We're told 2 people were on board, and the condition of the other person is not known at this hour. The FAA says the small plane crashed under unknown circumstances, and it ended up in a brush area at the end of the runway. Now, initially, the Palm Beach County Fire and Rescue responded. Martin County sheriff's office took over to confirm the fatality. Authorities have not released the names of the 2 individuals involved in this incident. Of course, once we learn more information, we'll let you know. For now, we're live in Jupiter. I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5.
He didn't fully commit, but Donald Trump hinted he might run for the White House again during a speech at CPAC. Rory O'Neill reports from Orlando.
Former President Trump returned to the stage after a 40-day absence.
CPAC, do you miss me yet?
He sounded like he'll run again, and he's not over his November loss.
We have a very sick and corrupt electoral process that must be fixed immediately. This election was rigged.
And disappointed with the Supreme Court.
They didn't have the guts or the courage to make the right decision.
And talking more about the current political climate.
We reject cancel culture.
Trump urging the CPAC crowd to donate to his Political Action Committee. Rory O'Neill, Orlando.
A Florida senator says there should be national standards to ensure safe and fair elections.
Are there people that believe we've got to focus on making sure people feel comfortable their elections are fair? Yeah.
Speaking on Fox News Sunday, Republican Rick Scott said he supports providing voter ID and getting rid of unmonitored ballot boxes. He says no voter should feel like their vote is diluted. More Floridians could soon be eligible for the COVID vaccine. Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order Friday allowing those under the age of 65 who are deemed extremely vulnerable by their doctor to receive the vaccine. For the second time in less than a week, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is being accused of sexual harassment by a former aide. On Saturday, the New York Times released an account from Charlotte Bennett, who claimed the governor asked questions about her sex life, whether she was monogamous in her relationships, and if she ever had sex with older men. Bennett, age 25, left the governor's office last November and said the harassment came last spring during the height of the coronavirus pandemic. I understood that the governor wanted to sleep with me and felt horribly uncomfortable and scared, Bennett told the New York Times, and was wondering how I was going to get out of it and assumed it was the end of my job. Releasing his third statement of the weekend, Cuomo admitted to making inappropriate comments. I acknowledge some of the things I have said have been misinterpreted as an unwanted flirtation. To the extent anyone felt that way, I am truly sorry about that, Cuomo said. The governor's counsel, Beth Garvey, confirmed on Sunday in a statement that the governor's office has requested an outside inquiry. The governor's office wants a review of the sexual harassment claims made against the governor to be done in a manner beyond reproach, she said. Finally, Avenue D in Fort Pierce has been in decline in recent years, but big changes are coming to Lincoln Park. The city hosted a groundbreaking ceremony for Saturday for The Root. Root, which stands for Recognizing Ourselves and Others Together, will bring revitalization to the community and serve as a gathering place. This is all part of a $500,000 investment backed by Allegheny Franciscan Ministries called the Common Good Initiative. The Root will span 2 city parcels and will be situated next to the Lincoln Theater on Avenue D. It will bring lots of entertainment to that space. Tiger Woods is thanking PGA players for their tributes at the WGC Workday Championship at Bradenton. Players wore Tiger's signature red shirt, black hat, and black pants during yesterday's final round, just days after Woods was hospitalized from a serious crash in Southern California. 8:45 is our news time, and we'll have weather and traffic together for you next.
8:46 right now, the time on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology, Dr. Ryan Shearing, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, there is an accident to the north of us. This is up in Fort Pierce on the Turnpike. It's heading northbound at mile marker 152 is where this accident is. There's not any roadblock up there if you're heading up that way. And back here in Martin County, it's a nice ride. Our major highways and US 1 both clear at the moment. There's your latest look at traffic. Palm City, we're at 73. And in Alta, Norway this morning, it's raining, it's cloudy, and 33. Here's our weather update at WPTV.
Good morning, Treasure Coast. We have hot and humid weather. It's going to feel like summer out there today, tomorrow, and into Wednesday before a pretty strong cold front rolls in. Temperatures soar to the mid and high 80s near record highs for this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, low rain chances through Tuesday. A few showers on the way for Wednesday. I'm WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weagle on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you, live on the air. Give them a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Welcome to March. March is Adopt a Rescued Guinea Pig Month. Also, American Red Cross Month. And Bleeding Disorders Awareness Month. And Brain Injury Awareness Month. And Clap for Health Month. And Credit Education Month. And Dolphin Awareness Month, Employee Spirit Month, International Ideas Month, Birth Month, and seriously, I'm not even halfway through this stinking list. How about Look It Up Yourself Month or Sorry for Wasting Your Time Month?
Okay, that's enough. Jeez. Okay. Well, there's so much going on in the month of March.
Yeah, so many things that, one of them might have sparked or piqued your interest.
Yeah, well,
there.
it's in 16 days. That's right. The 61st birthday of the almighty God of radio. See, I called myself an almighty God.
Almighty God of radio.
I called myself
yes.
an almighty God of radio.
Are you going to have 61 candles to blow out on your birthday cake?
No.
Do you ever wonder if blowing out the candles at birthday parties will ever come back, Evan? Because that is,
I don't know.
With COVID, for sure, it's certainly gone out the window. I have photos, like my parties. Mom used to throw me, like when she threw me a birthday party when I was 9 years old. And I remember everybody was making those paper crowns at the time.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
So I had a big cardboard crown on my head, and said 9.
I've been to a couple of parties where they've had candles where people don't blow them out. They'll take like paper and go like this.
That's probably what's happening now, blowing it out with your hand, or I don't know if your hand is even safe to blow it out.
That's
with
right.
now.
I have one better yet. I had a friend of mine. He had a big birthday cake. He had like 30-something candles on it. And he goes, hold on one second, everybody. I have something to blow up my candles. And he comes back in from the garage and he brings a leaf blower in.
Yeah.
And he blew out his candles with a leaf blower and cake went flying everywhere.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
That's awesome.
That was so funny.
I remember the picture where I was like blowing out my birthday candles and I'm getting so close to the cake. And you can see like all of the other little kids in the background, and some little boys are doing that little blowing with me.
Yeah.
There's pictures and memories from when you were a kid are just like so precious sometime.
Oh man, you know what's going to happen? Are we ever, going to get back?
Will we ever be back at meetings? Here's one for you. A plastic surgeon in California showed up for his Zoom traffic appearance.
Oh, I heard about that.
While he was in the middle of operating on a patient.
Oh yeah. That was crazy. I listened to the audio of that this morning. That was the craziest crap I've ever heard.
He swore he could concentrate on the surgery and the court appearance.
Yep.
But the judge decided to reschedule. So now the Medical Board of California says they're looking into the incident.
Yeah, I got to play this.
Man, what a shot for Bellinger.
Listen to this. The crack of the bat. Oh, God, that sounds so good.
That does.
Oh, my gosh. Man.
It's like spring fever.
Oh, my God. It just sounds so good. Here's another one.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Here we go. Oh, God, that sounds so good, Bonnie.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited.
I can tell. Just think by this time tomorrow, you'll be on your way out there.
I'll be. Oh, there's another one.
What time does ball game start tomorrow?
1:10 first pitch.
Okay.
1:10 first pitch. I could listen to this all day long. The crack of the bat.
Yeah.
Man. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable that it's finally here.
And just nonstop.
We can get back out to the ballpark. That's right.
Nonstop.
Oh, and the fresh smell of hot dogs in the air, just permeating throughout the stadium.
Oh man, and then this is even, you're going to hear this at the ballpark tomorrow.
Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets!
The cheering. They're going to be chanting that tomorrow.
Do you think we'll be talking about a Mets win tomorrow morning?
Well, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. I mean, they could win their opening spring training game.
Now they are playing. Oh, they're away today.
They're
at the Marlins today,
right. They're away today. Yes. Yep.
So tomorrow it's the Marlins at the Mets. Is it vice versa?
No, it's the Astros.
Astros. That's right. The Astros.
Yeah. Here, listen. It's the crowd chanting. That's all some of the sound effects that we. That's how we get the crowd excited.
I wonder how big of a crowd will be attending tomorrow.
Well, there'll be about 1,200 fans.
Oh, 1,200.
Yeah,
1,200 tickets. They have sold.
Sold out. Games sold. I think every game is sold out.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think every home game is sold out for spring training.
Nice.
You can go on StubHub and
Yeah.
you can buy them there, but they are a little more expensive.
Mhm.
But they're reputable resellers.
Did you find how many people are buying those cardboard cutouts?
I don't know
tally
yet.
on that yet?
I don't know yet. I'll find out. Probably I'll find out today when I get to the stadium a little bit later on today,
Is there any
because
kind
I'll
of
see them, going out there.
Well, is there a website that people can go to maybe purchase a
If they go
cutout?
to Mets.com,
Mets.com?
yeah, Mets.com is where they can go
You can
and get it right there.
complete the purchase right there.
Yep.
Oh, this is
Can't wait.
exciting.
Can't wait.
I'm also
So excited.
I'm also excited because I got like a really good start to this new year over the weekend.
Mhm.
Not only did I go to the fair, but I got a head start on my CEU credits
What is that? What is CEU?
for continuing education
Ah.
for massage.
Okay.
And so my 24 credits are due by late August,
Mm-hmm.
and I have several of my credits that went to the state licensee office already.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how many education hours do you have to do a year? Do you have a certain amount you have to do a year to keep your certifications all valid?
Yep. Every 2 years, it is 24 credits.
Okay.
24 CEU credits.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And do you go to seminars for that? Do you go to a school for that? Tell me how that works.
Usually in the past, Evan, we've had to do so many hours online and so many hours live in classroom.
Mhm.
And this is the first year that the offices are refraining from that, where you don't have to go to a classroom for this year of credit.
Oh.
To be alive in a classroom.
Well, with COVID,
because of
everything, so you
COVID.
could do it all online.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to pass like a quiz and a test to get that completion certificate, or is it
Yeah.
all on the honor system and things like that?
Nope, mine with my courses where I went to the elite courses, and there were
Mhm.
all little exams at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the longest exam I took was maybe about 12, 15 questions.
Oh.
It's not too
Not too bad.
difficult. Yeah.
Okay,
And
all
a
right.
lot of it is common sense. You want to read through it, but a lot
Okay.
of it is common sense.
Okay.
Things that you learned before.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show.
This concludes the entertainment part of our program.
That was fun. I think it went really well.
See ya. I'm out of here. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, show's over, as they say, for a Monday.
Mondays fly by, don't they?
But
for
then
us?
again, we'll be back here Tuesday, causing all sorts of chaos again.
Yeah, and do we have the sheriff on tomorrow?
Yeah, Sheriff's going to be here tomorrow.
Sheriff Snyder.
And our cast of characters as well.
I know.
That's
Fredo and Bentley and the
That's
gang.
right, everybody. Anyway, remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside. Lots of love in this room, Bonnie, and we send it out to everybody.
And enjoy this amazing day here ahead.
Have a fantastic day. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye for now.